Okay everyone, I am just pulling out of my driveway on my way to something pretty exciting for me. It's new car day, new truck rather. I am trading in my Ram 1500 SLT. It's a 2017 Ram. It's basically their work truck model, no frills inside, as you might be able to tell from this angle. I bought this truck not being a fan of trucks. I bought this truck after trading in my Jeep, which I've always been a Jeep person, and I wasn't super excited about it. But the reason that I needed a truck was, you guessed it, for utility, to do some work. I needed the bed, you know, for the dump runs and whatnot, and I needed the trailer towing capability. Being a new side-by-side owner, I had to pull a flatbed trailer with two side-by-sides on it that ends up weighing about 7,000 pounds. So not even the latest Jeep Gladiators would tow that comfortably. Basically, it just exceeds the Gladiator's towing capacity. So anyways, brought me to a kind of budget-friendly Ram. I got an excellent deal on it. It was I bought it in 2018, last year's model, so 2017, but brand new. It's done everything I asked of it. The only problem is I want more. I'm going to ask a little bit more of my next truck. So while the Ram did work for me, and I worked hard, and it also did my towing for me, and I towed quite often, this new truck hopefully will do both of those things almost equally, but I'll also be able to take it off-road and do some wheeling in it, which is super exciting for me. So I told you I wasn't a truck person before, but as soon as I saw this truck for the first time, I liked it immediately. And that's huge for me. I first set eyes on this thing about a week ago. It's the first time I've even seen it. I found a dealer. Well, I called about 10 dealers trying to find one in stock. I finally found a dealership, which luckily was local to me, that had a couple on the way. So I went and I looked at the model they had, which was not the color I wanted, that was in stock. I test drove that, brought my wife to check it out. So signed the papers, and a week later I'm going to pick it up. Anyways guys, I am super excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I had a hard time sleeping the last few nights. I started a 48-hour timer on my computer, and I was giving my kids obnoxious constant updates of how much time is left. So they're sick of it. They'd like to check the truck out too, and I'm super excited to get into it. So I'm sure the suspense is killing you. Probably not. I may have even put the name of the truck in the title for search engine optimization. We'll see. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's check out my new truck. What do you guys think? Any ideas on what kind of truck this may be? I'll give you a hint. Trail Boss! Listen, this is my first drive in my brand new truck. I thought I was going to be missing the power of the 5.7 Hemi and I had in the Ram. This thing, I have to say, feels damn good right now. Just merged onto the 401 highway for the first time, and yeah, no complaints there. And it sounds good as well. So the exhaust on this is much better than the one I had on my trim of that Ram. So it actually sounds better, even though I'm kind of downgrading to the 5.3 liter V8. I'm pretty happy with it so far. The truck feels great. Handling, I can tell, is a little bit different. It's a little bit more responsive, which I still haven't quite decided if it's a good thing or a bad thing right now. I'm certainly not used to it yet, so it'll take a little bit of driving for me to get used to the feel of this new truck. But I must say, I mean, the exterior alone, this thing looks friggin' amazing. I love this truck. I could see it out the window while I was signing the paperwork and stuff, and all I wanted to do was just initial and get in it. It was killing me to sign the paperwork by looking at my truck out the window. But happy to be in the truck. It smells new. I'm going to give it a reasonable amount of break-in, and then I'm going to off-road this thing. So it's not going to be pretty for long, unfortunately. But I told my brother I was going to take a key and run it across the side of the truck first thing, just to get it over with. I didn't do that yet. I think I'll let a tree branch take care of that for me. So the difference in the feel, guys, I'm going to do a proper video on some detailed differences between the Ram, but this is a much bigger truck. I'm average size North American male in terms of height, not in terms of the other measurements. But yeah, I mean, I can see over the hood perfectly fine, but not quite as good as I could with the Ram. And when I got the Ram coming from a Jeep, I thought the Ram was big. Guys, if you guys know anything about this Trail Boss, tell me what you think of this thing. So what I'm looking for now is a nice little area to pull over so I can show you guys the outside of this truck. We'll try here. All right, it's a different day. We're in different clothes and different location. So I'm in my backyard. Skip forward about, I don't know, a month now since I filmed that first thing. So I had this truck for about a month. I've already put over 5,000 kilometers on it, and I'm loving it. It's a big time upgrade over the Ram. Not just because I had a lower model Ram. I think the truck as a whole is much better suited for me, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And the compliments I get are non-stop. So from truck people and non-truck people alike. It's a sharp looking truck and everybody recognizes it. So that's kind of cool to hear those compliments, because I never heard it once with the Ram. So anyways, I'll give you a quick walk around. Let's have a look. So the custom Trail Boss gets this blacked out grille with the kind of cool Chevrolet, fairly discreet, kind of written across the front. And of course the trademark red tow hooks. Of course those will never be used unless it's pulling my brother out. So Z71, obviously, yeah, it's a Z71 package, but upgraded with the Trail Boss. And there's another little kind of more discreet Z71 up on the grill. All right, so the Trail Boss gets these 18-inch rims. This custom one comes with the 18-inch rims. The 20-inch rims are available with some different tires as well. These are the Wrangler Duratrack tires in 32-inch overall. Of course, I chose black. Don't know if that was a smart move, because it's a little bit of effort to keep it clean, and once it starts getting scratched up and a little bit of trail damage and whatnot, it's really going to show. But in the meantime, when it is clean, it looks super sharp. The other thing the Trail Boss gets, you can see them through there, are the Rancho Monotube shocks. And of course, with the 2-inch lift that comes with the Trail Boss, those are actually different length than the standard Z71, and they're actually different shocks as well. So it's adjusted for the lift kit is what I'm saying, so you don't really lose any suspension travel because of the lift. So of course they have the Silverado step-up bumper. You can see my tow hitch. Almost probably half of the kilometers I've done on this truck, I've been towing about 6,000 pounds. It tows really, really well. You guys are going to get a full review video of that as well. How it tows, how it does off-road. Alright. One touchdown. Just kind of cool. I don't really care about that stuff, to be honest, but if it has it, why not? Spray and bed liner. I've used this bed actually to haul my CF Moto C-Force ATV, and it also with the weight in the back still handles super well. Much better than the Ram. Alright, so cool features. When I notice I'm strapping down my ATV, I have plenty of these little D-ring tie down points in the front as well, and some in the middle there right by that both wheel wells as well. So quite handy when you can't reach all the way down over the height of the sidewalls here. It's kind of nice to just use the middle one when appropriate. As far as the interior, nothing too fancy. Again, it's not super clean anymore, but I've already cleaned it a few times, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I use it for quadding and whatnot. We drag mud in here non-stop. So nothing too fancy inside, right? This is the lower edition, being the custom. And I don't have it optioned out too crazy. But, you know, even just a 17-inch touchscreen with Android Auto, huge upgrade over what I had in the Ram. So I'm not much of somebody for all these crazy features in a truck, but that is a nice addition for sure, and I do use it quite often. As far as the back seats, so you can see I got some straps and muddy sweatshirt and whatnot because I was out wheeling last week with my buddy on the side-by-sides. Back seats, this is class leading room back here. It's unbelievable. I didn't quite notice how much space there was in the back until I got my kids back there. It's unreal, the amount of space in the cab. As far as the seats, yeah, they flip up. Storage underneath. It doesn't have the storage bins like my Ram had. I thought I was going to miss it for some organization. Yeah, it looked better when I fill it with stuff, but actually there's some pros to having it like this as well. So you got more room underneath, and so when you're storing things like backpacks and stuff like that, the storage bins actually get in the way. And the other thing is, when I flip both seats up, I have this huge flat area where I can store something nice and flat, whereas the storage bins would come out to here in the Ram, and will kind of interfere with that kind of style of you know, putting something in the back here. Overall, pros and cons. I'm not going to say this is better, but I really don't prefer one over the other. And that's that. Alright, so you guys are going to see me quite soon wheeling this with my brother in his Power Wagon. Should be quite fun. So both of us really want to get out at this point, trying to find the time and opportunity to do it. And we live about 3 hours away, so trying to find a good spot what works for both of us. We should see that coming up soon. And I'm going to off-road it quite often by myself as well. So if you want to see that and see how this thing does, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys want to help me make this video succeed, click that like button. It really, really makes a difference. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.